Get that woman out of my dealership. I don't care what she claims to be. No appointment, no entry, barked the dealership manager, pointing furiously at the tall, dark-skinned woman in a sleek black suit. The security guard hesitated, confused by the woman's calm yet piercing stare, but eventually walked towards her. Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more, share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. And to our amazing community, thank you. We've just hit 100 subscribers, and we appreciate every single one of you for being part of our growth. The woman didn't flinch. She clasped her leather portfolio tighter under her arm, watching the security guard approach. Her name was Naomi Booker, and unknown to everyone in the showroom, she was not just another walk-in client. She was the new majority shareholder of Bookline Motors, the very dealership throwing her out. The day had started with clarity. Naomi had flown in from Atlanta on a quiet morning, ready to finalize the surprise acquisition of the troubled dealership chain. The board had agreed days ago: silent transition, full buyout, and her quiet entrance to assess operations undercover. Her name had been deliberately left off internal memos, just as she had requested. But clearly, someone didn't get the memo. The security guard now stood before her. "Ma'am, I'm really sorry, but the manager says..." Naomi raised a hand, silencing him. "You're just doing your job. I respect that." She turned her eyes toward the manager, who was now storming down from his glass office above the showroom. His name tag read, Rick Coleman, General Manager. His face, red with annoyance, contorted with arrogance as he approached. "What part of no appointment do you not understand?" he spat. "We don't just let people stroll in, especially not ones loitering in the parking lot for 20 minutes. You think this is some public garage?" "I was reviewing your customer parking protocols," Naomi replied coolly, "and watching how staff interacted with buyers. I saw 2 families turned away because they asked too many questions." Rick narrowed his eyes. "Oh, you're one of those. Look, lady, if you're here for charity or criticism, this isn't the place. We're trying to run a business, not host focus groups." Naomi gave a small smile. "You'll want to be very careful with the words you choose next." Rick scoffed. "Or what? You'll write a bad Yelp review? Send a tweet? Get real." At that moment, a black BMW X7 with tinted windows rolled up in front of the showroom. A sharply dressed man in a gray suit stepped out, holding a folder. His eyes scanned the commotion before walking briskly toward Naomi. "Ms. Booker," he said warmly, ignoring Rick entirely. "The transfer papers are complete. The dealership is officially under your control." Rick blinked. "Wait, what?" Naomi took the folder, flipped through the documents, and snapped it shut. "Thanks, Charles. Let's finish up in the office upstairs." She turned to Rick. "That's my office now." Rick's mouth opened, then closed. His eyes darted between Naomi and Charles. This must be some mistake. Naomi walked past him. "No mistake, Mr. Coleman. You see, I just bought this entire operation. Lock, stock, and poor attitude included." The air froze. Staff who had been pretending not to watch now stood stiff, awkward. The receptionist's hand trembled over the phone. Salesmen eyed each other, unsure of their next move. Rick trailed her, desperate. "Look, Ms. Booker, I didn't know. If someone had told me you were, you would have treated me with basic respect?" Naomi snapped, spinning around. "Is that how you run this place? Selective professionalism based on someone's clothing or skin tone?" Rick tried to recover. It's not like that. We just get a lot of people walking in. You understand." "I do," Naomi said. "What I don't understand is why the first thing you did was yell. Why you refused to listen. Why you assumed I didn't belong here. That's not policy, Rick. That's prejudice." Rick stammered. "Please, I've been managing this dealership for 9 years. I've kept it afloat." Naomi raised an eyebrow. "You've kept it barely surviving. Your quarterly sales have dropped for 6 quarters straight. Your customer complaints are up 37%. And you have 4 pending HR investigations, all ignored. You've been managing all right, managing failure." Rick paled. Naomi turned to Charles. "I want his exit papers on my desk in the next 30 minutes. No severance. He doesn't deserve it." Rick stepped forward. "Ms. Booker, please don't do this. I've got a family." Naomi paused. "So did the single mom you humiliated last week for asking for a payment plan. And the young black man you had followed by security, because he wore a hoodie. This place won't be run by fear anymore. She walked to the top of the stairs, turned, and faced the room. My name is Naomi Booker. I'm the new CEO of Bookline Motors. Things are going to change fast. From now on, this dealership stands for inclusion, respect, and excellence. Anyone who doesn't like that can hand in their badge by 5 p.m. The room erupted in whispers. But no one moved. The rest of the day spun like a cyclone. Naomi met with department heads, conducted surprise reviews, and invited every floor staff to an open-door session. By noon, 2 managers resigned. By 3 p.m., 3 customers posted glowing social media reviews about how the new lady boss listened to them. By sunset, Naomi had already ordered a full audit of hiring practices, rehired a previously fired mechanic unfairly terminated for attitude issues, and issued new guidelines to end profiling at the gate. Outside, a man in a hoodie bought his first car without being tailed. Naomi stood watching from her new office window. The same window Rick Coleman had yelled from just hours earlier. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from her mother. Saw what happened on the dealership's Facebook Live. I'm proud of you, baby. Naomi smiled softly. That night, she stayed back to lock the building herself. On her way out, she bumped into the janitor, a short, elderly Hispanic man named Miguel. Ma'am, he said, tipping his cap nervously, I heard what happened. I've been here 15 years. They never let me use the front bathroom. Said it was only for staff. Naomi paused, then took out her keys. Miguel, every bathroom in this building is yours now. And we'll be speaking again. There's a head of maintenance role opening soon. He stared, then smiled for the first time in a long time. As Naomi got into her car, the stars above seemed clearer than ever. Moral lesson: never judge people by their appearance or status. Respect should be the standard, not a reward. Discrimination in any form ruins progress, while humility and inclusivity empower change. Leaders are not those who shout the loudest, but those who listen and act justly. This story was brought to you by Elliot Stories. See you on the next one. Peace.